Oh, hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you my entire Hoya collection. Out of all the plants that I have, Hoyas are my largest group of plants. I love Hoyas, guys. And I know not everyone loves Hoyas, and I don't know why, because they are gorgeous. They flower like, oh, there's so many reasons. Anyhow, I'm trying to focus because there's a lot to go through. Oh my god, there's more than I thought. There's more than I thought. Oh my god, I was like looking and counting. Oh god. I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about my personal care when it comes to my Hoyas, so I'm just gonna summarize very quickly right now. All my Hoyas and my plants live in my bedroom, so we have a southwest facing view. There are 2 or 3, now 4 condos. It is slightly obstructed. I get the best sunlight between 10 and 12 to 10 to 1, and then the sun sets to the west of us, so really good sun in like the afternoon, evening. Even though I have these large windows, I do have the majority of my collection under grow lights. I use a Sunblaster LED Grow light. Temperature wise, this room in the colder months stays between 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the hotter months, so the summer months, we're looking at 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe pushing 80, but not often. Looking at humidity, in the colder months, it's about 35% to 50%, and in the hotter months, it's around 45 to 60%. I honestly think humidity isn't a big thing when it comes to growing Hoyas, but again, that's up for debate. Am I missing anything? I think I got everything. Sorry for rambling. Let's get on to the first Hoya. Okay, what? Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, let's start out with the big one. Okay, here's the first one, Hoya henie pink. This is her, y'all. She's so pretty, so full. And she sits at the back of my table, so you can see that the tendrils have been growing, but they're out of control. So I love these Hoyas because of the texture. I mean, you can see the texture of the leaves. Look at that texture, guys. That is just stunning. But also these flowers are amazing. This specific one, because there are different colors, this one was sold to me as having pink flowers. They do have pink flowers, but they're more of a lighter, like blush pink. And here's a picture. And this Hoya last bloomed for me, I would have to say in the summer. This Hoya is against my west facing window, but it does have one grow light right above it. She's living in Lechuza Pon in a Lechuza self-watering pot. So there is an indicator right there. And she's supported with these 2 bamboo trellises. If y'all have been here for a while, y'all know that I did propagate her once I first got her, and then I propagated her in LECA, and then I moved her into Lechuza Pon, and she's been happy ever since. Like, look at this, guys. She is just so stunning. Definitely a Hoya that I'll probably keep forever. And I just love how full this plant is. Wow. Okay. Oh, look at the texture, guys. Oh, it's so pretty. First Hoya henie pink flowers. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Okay, here's it. Okay. The second one is in bloom. Okay, there's not a lot of my Hoyas that are currently in bloom. I think there's only 2. These flowers are like, visually, they're probably like in my top 3 flowers. The second plant is the Hoya cutis-porcellana. This Hoya is native to the Philippines, and I think cutis-porcellana means porcelain skin. And yeah, let me grab her. Ooh, okay. I'm trying not to break the flowers, guys. I'm very nervous. Okay, Hoya cutis-porcellana. It's interesting because I've had this plant under grow light and she hasn't really sun stressed until the winter time. Like, all of this is new, like sun stressing. The leaves are fine, guys. Like, I'll show you. They're not that exciting, but look at these blooms. It's really hard to tell, but they're like so shiny, like porcelain, and I'm shaking. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. Okay, so that's one. I don't know if this view is better. It probably isn't. Yeah, she's blooming so much. Oh, there's another situation right over there, guys. Look at that. Originally, I kind of did have a hard time with this Hoya when I first, rooted her and got her. But once she roots, she is just so fast. Also, these sachets, it's a preventative for spider mites. It's the Californicus beneficial. It's not effective if you currently have like an infestation of spider mites. I've heard it's only effective at preventing. Californicus also eats broad mites, so if you're worried about those, Californicus is also good to have. And yeah, I don't know, man. And I think I propagated this plant in pon, you know, single leaf cuttings, single node cuttings. She grew really quickly, and then she's been in this closed container of pon almost 2 years now. Usually with self-watering pots, you have the ability to take the net pot out, or there's a drainage hole. This one doesn't. I just basically fill up the reservoir, which is probably about only that big. And yeah, she is just a beauty, guys. I love her so much. Yeah, do you know what? Looking at the flowers, they don't look as shiny. I wonder why. Future Kevin, put in a picture because they're just so shiny and like, again, one of my favorite blooms visually. Okay, second plant. Hoya cutis-porcellana. Okay, the third one is the Hoya species NS0521. This Hoya is like, no one has it. No one has this Hoya, and like, I'm so in love with it. Super easy, super fast grower. And the flowers. Okay, let me show you the plant first. Okay, she's so full. She is so full. Oh my god, look at her, guys. Really wild with the tendrils, but you know, nothing really special when you look at the leaves. They're just kind of thin, glossy. But Future Kevin put in a picture of the flowers. They're a lot bigger than the average Hoya bloom. They're fuzzy and they're just like star use. I don't know. They're honestly so pretty, guys. Also very soft when you touch them, and it does have like a mild, like sweet smell. Also, when it comes to describing blooms, my vocabulary is very limited to sweet, perfumey, and floral. Literally, those are the only 3 words I use. But again, she's in Lechuza Pon in the same closed self-watering pot as my cutis-porcellana. But isn't she stunning? Like, she's just so gorgeous. Definitely one that I do want to propagate and sell, just because, again, there's not a lot of people that have it. And she's super easy, super fast. And the flowers are just everything. The flowers are like my favorite. Well, maybe like the top 2. Okay, Hoya species NS0521. Okay, right next to her, the Hoya, oh gosh, I never remember. It's like Hoya vitellinoides. It's wrong. It's not that. Future Kevin put the name here. So this is a hybrid with like a species UT001, I think. Long, firm leaves. I've noticed that once I put a grow light right under it, that she started having this kind of damage. I've checked, not broad mites, not spider mites, and yeah, I do keep monitoring her because I'm like, maybe I missed it the first time, but I never see any. There are a couple of peduncles, one right there. The flowers, guys, they're yellow, they're cute. I am so in love with them. They're so pretty, so cute. I feel like I said pretty and cute twice, wow. And yeah, it bloomed for the first time, I think in the summer last year. So it's only bloomed for me once. I've probably had this one for 2 years. And same goes with the last 3 Hoyas as well. I had those ones for about a couple years. In Lechuza Pon, in a self-watering pot, and wow, guys. A lot of my Hoyas, a lot of my plants in general, the roots do grow out of the net pot. It really depends on the specific plant, if they're okay with it. This one has always grown into the reservoir. It's fine sitting in the water. And that might be another reason why this might be happening. It could be like a rapid intake of water into the leaves and like the bursting of the cells. That could be a thing too, but I'm not sure. This Hoya hybrid, super cute. Okay, Hoya kerrii, albo-marginata. Look at her. This is along with my Hoya Charles Lisa. I'll show you that one in a bit also. This one is one of my oldest Hoyas. 2019, I think I got this. I did cut her down. Still in love with her. It means something to me because my boyfriend bought it for me in 2019 for my birthday, and so this plant really does mean something. This is one Hoya that hasn't bloomed for me, and yeah, that would be really exciting. Bamboo hoop trellis ×2 in Lechuza Pon, self-watering pot. We're gonna look. No roots into the reservoir. This one, I do find that when the roots do sit in the reservoir, it does show in the leaves. And so a few times I have had to cut the roots outside the net pot. A lot of people are afraid to do that, but if it's a large root system and you're giving it enough aeration in the medium, then they'll bounce back. They'll just branch from the top part in whatever substrate they're in. And yeah, wow, oh my God. I love this plant. Okay, wow, I lost count. This is 5. Hoya kerrii albo-marginata. Okay, let's jump into the Polyneura family. So Hoya Polyneura outer variegated. If y'all remember, I have a video of, you know, growing this Hoya as well as the silver one. Super beautiful leaves, guys. Cream outer variegation, and stop yelling, guys. I can hear y'all. She is still in the same cup, and you can't really see the roots. You could kind of see them, but a lot of algae. She has branched over here. Look how cute, guys. And I do plan on propagating her in the next few days or weeks. She started off as, you know, these 2 leaves, and now she is just a beauty. I was kind of experimenting because I know that Polyneuras are very resilient, and so I put her against my south-facing window, so she's not currently under grow light, and she's growing really slow, guys. So I think I'm gonna put her back under grow light, obviously once I chop her. 6th plant, Hoya Polyneura. Polyneura. I can't talk. It's 9. Hoya Polyneura outer variegated. Hoya number 7. Hoya Polyneura. Is happening again. It sounds weird now. Polyneura. Okay, Polyneura. Broguette or silver. Look at this. So started out as 2 cuttings, and so one is branching out that way. The second one is branching out this way. And yeah, she's just stunning. Again, I'm gonna propagate her. She's also only relying on my south-facing window for light. And like I said, with the Polyneura, I am going to put her back under grow light once I propagate her. Same cup. So I do need to repot her as well. Super, super stunning. So beautiful. Can you, oh my gosh, look at the silver. The pon is dropping. Okay, 7th plant, Hoya Polyneura Broguette. Okay, ooh. So if y'all watch my plant tour videos, y'all know that I've had a bumpy ride with the green one. I propagated, you know, large vines of my regular Polyneura, and then I ignored it, forgot about her. Half of them, or more than half of them, died. The mother plant was still alive, and that's kind of what you see here. Super easy plant, guys. Seriously, if you want an easy plant, get a Polyneura. They're hardy. They're really, really hardy. Yeah, look at the veining. Are you kidding? So easy to propagate. I propagated a plant, gave it to one of my best friends. It is thriving right now. The sachets are dropping. And Polyneura blooms, I know there are ones that have a pink or red center and they're cream. This one is the one with the pink flowers. Future Kevin put in a picture of this. And yeah, she is super stunning. Love her so much. You'll find that at most of the nodes, you'll find peduncle just forming. Anyhow, 8th plant, Hoya Polyneura. Hoya number 9. Obsessed with this one. Oh my gosh, guys. Hoya Insularis. What is going on? These leaves are so funny. They're so thin. You know, they're green. They do have like dark red. Is it dark red? Like maroonish, purpley undertones. I don't know if y'all can see that. Wow, she is just going all over the place. So she was 1 plant. I cut her in half. Now I have 2 plants. Does it need to be trellised? Maybe. I have seen it. I think Not Dude has this one on a trellis. For me, with some Hoyas, I like letting them trail. And as you can see, she's still pushing out leaves. I like training them down because Hoyas basically have a mechanism where they'll push new growth from a different node if the existing vine or growth is going downwards, just because Hoyas need to, at all times or most times, need to be growing up. So there's a mechanism in the Hoya that will push out new growth. So you could kind of see that over here, guys. That is a brand new growth right there, just because this one's going down. And same thing with this one. So going down, and this is a new vine, guys. So super beautiful. How dare you? This Hoya has been living in LECA. If y'all want to know, my nutrient solution is General Hydroponics 3-part Flora series with CaliMagic, Diamond Nectar, RapidStart, and Hydroguard. So basically it's the same mixture that I use in my complete guide to growing plants in LECA and passive hydroponics. It's just missing the Hydroguard. So that is a solution and concentration that I'm using currently for my Hoyas and all my plants. So yeah, Insularis, underrated. These flowers are so gorgeous, guys. They are actually not, maybe they are. They're like weird. I'm just rambling. Oh my god. They're so strange, but like because they're so strange, it makes me love them even more. So number 9, Hoya Insularis. Okay, I need to say something before I move on. You'll find with these Hoyas that they have huge tendrils with no leaves. I've ignored these ones so much. I am gonna propagate, I think, all of them that are on this top shelf under grow light. So yeah, the next one definitely needs to be chopped. The 10th Hoya is the Hoya nicholsoniae New Guinea Ghost. Whew, she's just vining from everywhere. I am so sorry for not paying attention to you because you're going off. Okay, here she is. She is wild. Tendrils going everywhere. It's just 1 plant, so you know the fullness is just branching continuously. So the fullness is linked to, again, what I said before. You know, I just had the vine going down. She continued to push out new growth points. from everywhere. And I know she could have had more leaves. She could have been a fuller plant if I paid attention to her. Super fast, super easy, super fast, in my opinion, this Hoya. And I've heard that it's pretty fast with other people. Again, she's living in LECA in a self-watering pot. And something that's so gorgeous is when she's under a grow light. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. Oh my God, I can't. You're under grow light too. Tones of pink. It's just so gorgeous on top of the silver on these leaves. Has not bloomed for me, but I know I'm gonna have to be patient because like I said, I'm gonna chop her down. So that's probably gonna delay it even more. But wow, so gorge. And yeah, Hoya nicholsoniae New Guinea Ghost. Okay, this is a Hoya that I think everyone needs to get. And I mean it. This is, the leaves are so gorgeous. Hoya crassiopetalata splash. So look at this. Come on, look at this. Foliage wise, one of the prettiest Hoyas in my opinion. And I really wish I put a bigger trellis because she's just on a small little tiny one. I mean, if y'all know me, I put cake dowels in the pot before I pot up the Hoya, just because in my opinion, most Hoyas don't need to be repotted. The roots are generally smaller on average and there are no roots going into the reservoir. I've just kind of been looping around the trellis and yeah, she is gorgeous. Again, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut her down because I'm planning to sell some plants in the future. So I'm sad because these leaves, again, so gorgeous. She's not right under grow light. She's probably like off side, but man, I love her so much. I love her so much. Plant number 11 is the Hoya crassiopetalata splash. Also, if y'all think I'm going too fast, I do want to do more detailed videos about my experience in growing certain plants. And so I didn't want to be repetitive. And obviously there are a lot of Hoyas. And so I just try to zip through them all. Okay, another silver one. Wow, okay. Hoya Zhaoji, is it Zhaoji 003, also known as Silver Lady. So here she is. She has vined and I was so close, guys. I was like waiting. So she almost bloomed and you can see that the peduncle, and she got pretty far, like the buds were starting to form, but then she just dried out. Super gorgeous, super thick leaves. And once they're sun stressed, you kind of get this purple. At least with this kind, you get this purple kind of color. Again, one plant, you can see that there's a lot of vines. This is the main vine that was first growing. Trained it down, she pushed out new growth points, and that's what these three, I think, are two. There's only two, guys. So there's two additional vines. The roots, totally fine, guys. Growing into the reservoir. And a lot of people ask me like which Hoyas are okay with that. It depends. Ultimately, I'm just experimenting for myself. Obviously, there's a bit of controversy when it comes to having roots in the reservoir. It's fine, guys. It really is. If you don't like it, cut them off. If you're seeing that the foliage is suffering, then it's time to cut them off. But this one, you can see growth-wise, super gorgeous. Okay, this is a better view of the sun-stressed leaves. I think I said this before. Wasn't really a fan of this Hoya. Once I saw this growing, I was like, yes, ma'am. I think it's because there are so many silver Hoyas, and when you're looking at all of them, this one is, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of lackluster when it comes to the silver, but I don't know, I love the thick leaves. I love how she's grown so much even though I've ignored her. And so yeah, 12th plant, Hoya Zhaoji 003, also known as Silver Lady. Ooh, okay, another one that I was like not fond of. Oh my god, these tendrils are like, I need to be careful because I'm gonna knock something over. Oh, ooh, ooh. Wow. Okay, the new leaves look stunning. Okay, 13, Hoya I can't talk today. Hoya Tequila Sunrise. Another plant that I wasn't too fond of, but like honestly seeing the foliage in person is just everything. So here she is. I didn't even show the plant. Here she is. So she's vining. The main vine was this one. So yeah. Look at the veining, guys. And sometimes there's a little bit of splash, but look at this, so gorgeous. When she's under grow light, and this leaf, because she's new. I mean, the one under here, guys, look at this. She is so big. She is so big. Okay, same story. I let this one vine down, then she started pushing out 2 growth points. just as long as you give them what they need: water, nutrients, high amount of light, good healthy roots in whatever substrate, enough aeration. She'll be fine. She'll grow really fast. Yeah, another one I need to chop. The roots have grown into the wicks here. They're in the wicks. Yeah. So again, assess based on what your plant is telling you. So you can see that the foliage is just, it's actually growing better. Like, this was part of the new vine and she's gigantic. The new leaves look amazing and she's pushed out multiple growth. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant. And yeah, the 13th plant, Hoya Tequila Sunrise. Okay, I showed this in my favorites video. Oh my God, this is a new growth. I showed this last week in my favorites video. Man. You're so pretty. Are you kidding? Whoa, the new leaf is not silver. Okay, Hoya Novagos. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this silver is just absolutely stunning. So stunning. Look at the new leaf though. Not silver. Or it might be and I'm not seeing it now. Maybe it's gonna harden off to a silver, but look at this. Okay, I was looking at this new growth point. Look at this. I don't know if that was there before, guys. Wow, can you focus? Okay, there. Look at this, guys. So again, another Hoya that's training down. She'll push out a new growth point from somewhere. Man, oh man, look at this. Look at this, guys. Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm in love. I'm in love. You're so gorgeous. In LECA, healthy root, and she's branching into the nutrient solution. And yeah, it's gonna be real hard to cut this one because, I mean, she is stunning. When you cut Hoyas though, they'll grow back and sometimes even better, faster. But yeah, I am super excited for this one. The 14th Hoya, Hoya Novagos. Okay, one that I'll quickly talk about, Hoya Mathilde, number 15. Again, showed her in my favorites video. I am just so in love with how fast she has grown. She really was just single nodes or single leaf cuttings. And another Hoya that I recommend, she's so easy. Y'all know that I had so much luck with the one that was living in LECA. Bloomed for me continuously. I don't know if it was the nutrient solution that was doing it. I don't know if it was because it was the summer was a bit warmer. Maybe there was a lot of light, but I was so happy. So yeah, living in Lechuza Pon, she's doing just fine. Looking at the difference between the two, I would say they kind of grow the same. The one that I had in LECA did have slightly bigger and glossier leaves. That's really the only thing I've observed. Obviously this Hoya hasn't bloomed for me yet, so I guess I'll wait and see to see. I'm realizing I'm talking really fast. The 4 shots of espresso are really kicking in. I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I'll see. I guess I'll see. Oh, I totally forgot. There was a vine that broke off, and so I just stuck it in Pon. And she's doing fine. So this is another Mathilde, just a single vine over here. I have this cup to just keep the reservoir just touching. Because this vine was, you know, getting caught on things, I actually pulled it out. The roots look amazing. And all these cuttings, all these plants basically came from, and this is going to lead me to plant number, is it 16? The Hoya Mathilde Splash. So when I first got my Hoya Mathilde Splash, she only maybe had one leaf coming out on node that had just a little bit of silver. And basically what I did was I kept cutting right above that node until she gave me splashy leaves. The sad part, but not really sad, you know, things happen and we can always bounce back from it, but she unfortunately had root rot. I basically had to cut her down. So these were the single leaf cuttings. You can see how much splash. Super exciting because this is obviously a new tendril. You can see that the splash is continuing, and something that's more exciting, you can see at this node, one side has a green leaf, one side has a splashy leaf, and there is a new growth point coming from the splashy part. So that's wonderful. This new vine is coming from these 2 leaves over here, which have a ton of splash. And there's another one right over here. So again, the splashing will come from within the genetics of the plant. So basically it's kind of the same when it comes to variegation. If you want to preserve that variegation, you kind of chop the vine just above one of the most variegated or splashy leaves. And then potentially, fingers crossed, she will push out a growth with splash. Ooh, I just spilled water everywhere. Anyhow, Hoya Mathilde splash. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Oh, I'm annoyed guys. There's something going on with my editing system, so she keeps freezing. I can't really continue editing tonight, so I'm gonna make this Hoya collection video a two-parter. So I will be putting out the second part, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Friday. Anyhow, which one of these Hoyas did you absolutely love? I'm gonna have to say the henie. Like, editing it, she looks so big and robust, and maybe the cutis-porcellana because she was blooming. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.